Hey guys, it's me, MugenLord. I know I'm back again with another arcade stick review. But before we begin, I just want you guys to know that I know I'm a little late with this. Super Street Fighter has been out for the past 3 weeks, and now I'm finally getting into the Super Street Fighter 4 arcade stick. So I want you guys to bear with me. But before I begin, when I did my Marvel vs. Capcom 2 Tournament Edition stick, the day that I bought it, I came home and my brother Heel Lancer came to me. He mentioned that Capcom is going to be releasing their own Super Street Fighter 4 arcade stick, and I said, oh my god, I want to run out and get that too. So right after I uploaded my Marvel vs. Capcom 2 Tournament Edition stick, 4 days after that, I wound up picking up my edition of the Super Street Fighter 4 arcade stick. So let's dive into the review, and I'll let you guys know how the stick responds and how well it plays when playing Super Street Fighter 4. So okay, so what we got here is Super Street Fighter 4 arcade stick. The box is pretty much the same as the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 stick. It's not that much different. And as you open the flaps, it's similar, just like the Marvel vs. Capcom stick. But I noticed about this one, the flaps, which is pretty neat, is magnetic. So as you close it, it absorbs the flaps and it closes just like that. So I think it's pretty neat. I mean, the artwork to this box is pretty incredible. Here you have the oil paint of Ken doing his Shinryuken against Ryu, and also on the side you have the newly added character, guy from Street Fighter Alpha series, which he is now in Super Street Fighter 4. And if you turn to this side, you have the Don, which he appeared in the Street Fighter Alpha series, and now he's one of the new additional characters to Super Street Fighter 4 as well. And then on this side, you also have DJ. He was from the Super Street Fighter back on the Super NES. He's also on a new addition to the Super Street Fighter 4 series as well. So okay, now we're going to get into the opening of the box. So you guys just check out the arcade stick. Oh, before I even open up the stick, there's also some designs right here as well. It features, well, not the whole cast of characters, but here's majority of the characters that's also in Super Street Fighter 4 as well. And they had them into looking like trading cards. So okay, now let's dive into the controller. Yeah. Okay. There you have it. Super Street Fighter 4 arcade stick. And the way they have the design and the artwork is pretty much the same as what you saw on the special edition of Super Street Fighter 4 arcade box. Just like the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 box, arcade stick, they use the Samba stick and the Samba buttons, so it's pretty much the same as the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 stick. And of course, you have your your home button from your Marvel vs. From your Xbox controller. You have your turbo button, of course. You have your lock switch, so you won't press on the start and the back buttons while playing, so it won't interrupt your game. You also have the drawer for your wires as well. So that's pretty much the same as that. And what I really want to get into is the response. The sensitivity and the response to this controller is much different from the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 stick. What I realized with this stick is very responsive, it's very sensitive. It can be in a good way and it can be in a bad way, because I know some things while I'm performing certain moves and my finger slightly taps another button, so it cancels out my move and it inputs the move that the button I accidentally pressed. So that can be a little problem sometimes. So this controller is very sensitive compared to the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 stick. So it can be a good or bad thing as well. So as I said, the artwork is pretty neat, and also you have your head jack as well. So you have your head jack, so you can put your headset for your Xbox 360. And another thing I want to talk about, I noticed on some of the videos, people had Super Street Fighter 4 arcade sticks. I noticed that their arcade sticks came in the black edition, And I was wondering, you know, how come, you know, the one I purchased didn't come in the black, because I think the black color Torn Edition stick is just as cool, and you know, black's my favorite color as well. But I was talking to a few people, and they were saying that this stick that I could have could be a special edition of the Super Street Fighter 4 stick. So if you guys know anything that I don't, just, you know, leave me some feedback, post a comment, you know, below the video and everything. So also I want to get into the size. If you notice that the size to this is a little bit smaller than the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 Tournament Edition stick, and just because it's more compact, it's even more heavier, because now everything is condensed in and everything is just placed into the stick, so it weighs a lot more than the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 stick. So yeah, it's a lot smaller, and it's still comfortable for you to place your hands and place your arms on the stick as well. And this is a really good crafted stick.